Welcome to the Math Crew, where we learn new things and grow in mathematics. I'm Miss Nisha, your math teacher. Let's get started. Today we're going to learn about rounding decimals using a number line. In this video, we're going to round to the nearest whole number. Nearest whole number will be our target digits, is what I like to call it. It's our target. We're going to round to the nearest whole. Our first example is going to be 67 and 3/10. We're going to round it to the nearest whole or whole number. When rounding to the nearest whole number, we have to first determine what is our range. Okay, when I say range, I mean what two numbers would this number fall in between. So step one is to find the range. S1, find the range. In order to do that, we're going to think about the whole number. 67 is our whole number. Your range begins with the current number, which is 67, and it goes up to the next number. You're going to basically count up one number. So if I'm at 67, of course, what comes after 67? 68. Very simple. Now, the range, 67 to 68, these numbers are now your end marks. This is going to help you to create and accurately number your number line. This is going to be the end mark that you begin with. So let's place 67 here. Let's place 68 here. Remember, when you made the number line, one line across, 11 tick marks. Those 11 tick marks gives you 10 spaces. 10 spaces. These are in tenths, 10 pieces, etc. So since we know that we're going to number these in tenths, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to number in tenths. So we have 67, but no tenths here. So this is going to be 67 and what? Hopefully you said 1/10. 67 and 2/10. 67, 3/10. 4/10. 5/10. 6/10. 7/10. 8/10. and 9/10. Okay, we found our range. We've numbered our number line correctly. Now, let's identify our midpoint. Remember, midpoint is one of our vocabulary words. I mentioned the midpoint in our end marks in the mini lesson, which is on the channel. So the midpoint is the location that is directly in the middle of the number line. In order to remember the midpoint, all we need to do is think of it as 10 pieces split in half. So I always tell students 10 divided by 2. Because what do we just count? When we created our number line, we placed those 11 tick marks, and those 11 tick marks created these 10 spaces or tenths. So I have 10 pieces divided by 2. So half would be here, which means this is our what? Midpoint. Very good. We know our facts, so I'm sure you knew that it was 5. And as you can see, there's that 5 right there. So at the midpoint, it's going to be some type of 5 there. Just keep that in mind. Now that our number line is created correctly, we've identified that midpoint. Let's go ahead and plot. Let's place 67 and 3/10 on the number line. Pause the video. Place your dot point wherever you think it would be. Hopefully, you place the dot here. Now that you've plotted, which is step 2, plot your point. Now let's analyze. Let's think about our number line and our location. Looking at 67 and 3/10, is it closer to 67? Because remember, our target is the nearest whole number. Is it closer to 67? Is it going to round down? Or is it closer to 68? Will it round up? Hopefully you said that it's going to round down to 67. And why did it round down? Because if you look at the distance, this is much closer to 67 than it is to 68. So 67 and 3/10 round to the nearest whole number would be 67. You don't have to put the 0, but you can. All right, pause the video. We're going to do another example. Remember, this is our extended practice. Review this video as much as you need to in order to master this skill. All right, number 2, we're going to round 99 and 6/10 to the nearest whole. One line across, 11 tick marks will give you your 10 spaces. You may be wondering, why are we making 11 tick marks to make 10 spaces? Remember, one of our tick marks, the very first one, is really like 0. Okay, it really doesn't have a value there. So it's kind of like it's not worth anything, is what I'm saying. But to make sure you have the correct number of tick marks, guess what you need to do? Count your spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 10 spaces, it's correct. Step 1 is to what? Find our range. Find the range. This is your whole number, 99. You start at the whole number and count up to the next number. 99. What's after 99? 100. Very simple. So your range is 99 to 100. Now we have our end marks. Let's go ahead, finish creating the number line. If this is 99.0, then this is 99 point what? Hopefully you said 1. Or 99 and 1/10, 99 and 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 0.5. What is that called again? 10 divided by 2, 5. That's our, hopefully you said, midpoint. And it's going to have some type of 5 in it, that midpoint. 99.6, 99 7/10, 8/10, 9/10. All right. Now we have the number line created. It's correct. We've identified that midpoint. Now, all we have to do is plot. Plot 99 and 600, and 6/10 on the number line. There we go. That's 99 and 6/10. I'm going to just write MP for midpoint. Okay. So we know that if our if our plot, our point is larger than the midpoint, so if it's at the midpoint or higher, not larger than the midpoint, if it's at the midpoint or higher or past it, however you want to think about it, it's going to round up. If it's at 0.4 or less than this midpoint, then we're going to round down. Looking at 99 and 6/10, where is it as it relates to the midpoint? Hopefully you said that it is past the midpoint or greater than the midpoint. So that's going to cause this 99 and 6/10 to round up to the next whole number, which would be 100. Going to round up. $99 and 6/10 rounds up to 100. Let's review our strategy, our steps. Step 1, we're going to find our range and create our number line. Step 2, then we're going to plot the point on the number line. Then we analyze or decide whether to round up or round down. We analyze the number line, deciding to round up or down. Okay, if you need to, take a picture of this, and then you can save it to your phone. If you're watching from your phone, you can go back and look at this kind of as like a note, like a little anchor chart in your phone, iPad, whatever you have. All right, our last one. I'm going to do this a little quicker. We'll go ahead and finish. All right. We're going to take 5,500 and round it to the nearest whole number. Whole number is our target digit. Let's look at the whole number. The whole number is 0. So that doesn't change anything. We're going to still follow the same steps. Step 1 is to find our range. So we're going to, of course, we start with the 0 and we go up to the next number. What's after 0? Hopefully you said 1. Here on our number line, let's put 0, 1, 1, 0. As we have our range, let's go ahead and number the rest of our number line. 0.1, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths. All right. Double check our number line. Make sure we have 10 spaces. Everything's numbered correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. All right, now all we have to do is plot where we think 5500s would be. All right, if you're here, this is 5 tenths. But what is it as if we said it was in hundreds? All we have to do is add a 0, right? So we're going to put that 0 there. And in between that, we're going to place a dot right there. That's around that 5500 mark. So we're going to place that there. Now, looking at where we placed our point, our dot, will it cause 5500s to round up to 1, or will 5500 round down to 0? If you said 5500s would round up to 1 whole, you are correct. All right, very good. This was our last example. If you like to go back and watch this video for more practice, I know number lines sometimes take a bit of practice, but play this video as often as you need to, and hopefully you learn something new today and grow your math skills. Catch you all later in the crew.